Welcome back. Now, 91 is eyeing 15 billion rand from institutional investors to help solve South Africa's rail, ports and energy crises. This via its newly launched infrastructure fund, which is also expected to boost economic growth. Bashier Omar, portfolio manager in the emerging market alternative credit team at 91, joins us with more detail. Thank you so much for your time, Bashier. Now, walk us through the mechanics of this fund. If I'm understanding it correctly, you have institutional investors that will be putting their money into this fund, and then you have your public and private players borrowing from the fund for infrastructure projects.
That's right. Good afternoon, and good afternoon to your viewers. Thanks for having me. Yes, so the fund is we're targeting a size of 5 to 15 billion rand, and it's exactly as you have described it. We're looking to get our investors to invest into the SA economy through investing in infrastructure, the backbone of the economy. And so, yeah, simplistically, inviting our clients to participate in investing in South Africa's future. The time is right now. We know we can't wait. We know what's happening to the growth trajectory of our country, and so absolutely, it's as you say, infrastructure needs to be addressed. It's been a core contributor to the slow growth that we've seen, and there's an opportunity for the private and public sector to work together here to make a difference and put the country back onto its growth trajectory.
Bashier, I must ask you, of course, that you do make mention of that pressing need for infrastructure developments, and I think we all agree on that. I'm also keen to get, the thoughts of 91 here, being able to proactively raise your hand and go in this direction, forming the fund. What was the rationale behind that, or even the mandate that the fund has then been given?
So, yeah, as I said, we are as 91, we want to be responsible citizens, and the rationale is, as I explained earlier, the country needs a catalyst for growth. Unemployment is significant in this country. It has grown. Inequality is an issue, and so for us, it's an opportunity to through tackling the crisis in the infrastructure space, to invite our clients to participate on that journey and to help us make a difference in this country.
Now, of course, this is debt funding, Bashier, and I'm interested to know how you are navigating the cost to the infrastructure providers, but also the return to your institutional investors, so that there is enough incentive for both parties.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I think for us, it's important that our clients they are long-term savers. They generate a return, and as you've highlighted, infrastructure is inherently costly. The nature of the transactions that we invest into take this into account. As part of the due diligence that we perform. Infrastructure is something that the cost of the project are something that we will assess. They are significant, and as part of the process is making sure that we have the right balance between debt and sponsors' equity to make sure that there's an appropriate alignment of interest. And these projects are expensive. A lot of the thinking and the planning goes into the due diligence. A lot of the thinking and the work goes into the due diligence, and making sure that when we do support projects, that we are supporting projects that are bankable, that have a high chance of being successful and delivering on the objectives.
I must also ask you, Bashier, I know that there has been a pilot that went out. It was 18 months of a pilot. Let's talk about some of the important lessons learned there. That as we roll out, the fund, key things to make sure that we look out for to ensure that all the parties involved are indeed successful.
Yeah, so it's important. The pilot it's really a consolidation of our many years of efforts in the infrastructure space. We're a business that's been around for many years. We've invested in infrastructure for over 20 years. We've got a broad credit platform that invests across SA and Africa. And on the far end, we even have a fund that we manage, the Emerging Africa Infrastructure Fund, which really invests in hardcore infrastructure on the continent, making a huge difference, investing where many investors wouldn't go. So there are many years we've invested in over 130 projects, around 58 billion rand. Over in 130 projects, around 7 billion per year. And so there's a track record, and what we've done with this pilot that we talk about, it's really consolidating our many years of investment in infrastructure into a solution that is targeted at the South African long-term saver, and trying to, as I said, trying to then use the client savings to make a difference. And I think the important thing here is that we all have to come to the party right now. The future of our economy and the future.
All right. Well, we have lost Bashier there again. There seems to be a problem with the cables, but at least we did get the meat of what the infrastructure fund is about. That was Bashier Omar, portfolio manager in the emerging market alternative credit team at 91.